area reef store. Someone had to give up their tank for moving, so I got a couple of really nice fish. I'll see you guys again in a minute. Okay guys, just in from the local fish store where we were a moment ago, and as I said, some people had to move from Tennessee to Vermont, and they had to give up their tank and their fish. They toyed with the idea of taking it all, moving it all, but they just decided it wasn't practical. Their house is already sold, so on and so forth. So several of their fish, I'm still considering a couple of them, but two I definitely wanted to go ahead and get tonight. They had their saltwater delivery today, so I went in mainly to take a look at that and pick up some more rock for aquascaping in the marine tank, the 125. So this is actually a green Chromis, and I've never seen one this big anywhere. It's probably 4.5 inches. I know they get that big, I've just never seen one for sale or in a store. So I was really pleased to get that. I've got several Chromis. I've got blue-green and blue, and I've got yellow and gold, but I did have to take some water out of the tank just to float these bags. This guy is an incredible find. He came out of the same tank, and he might be 6 inches. This is a squirrel fish, and I'll do like a little species spotlight on these new guys since I've been doing everybody going in the tank. He doesn't look that big in the camera, but this is like a gallon of water in this bag, so, or maybe more. So really thrilled to get this guy, and again, it's a squirrel fish. Just a gorgeous fish, and not expensive, but you just don't see nice aquarium fish this size unless they've been in someone's tank and something like this occurs. So I'm using a light, so we might be better without that. Let's see. Yeah, it's okay. And of course we're going to get the flickering because I've only got this on 80%. Good guy. He was real friendly at the store. And it's a fish that's constantly swimming and always active. And of course my hand is like 6 inches back this side, but that kind of gives you an idea of what this fish looks like. He doesn't look nearly as big on camera, but you see he's looking at me. He's a pet, so he came out of a 90 gallon, so this will be an upgrade for him, and I'm just really glad to have him. He wasn't eating what they have at the fish store because he likes bigger food, and I have plenty of that for puffers, and I've got all kinds of things, so I'm gonna let these guys acclimate a little bit. The Chromis was eating because they had some mysis, and that was worth its efforts. So everybody else in here is doing great. Won't spend a lot of time on that because I want to show these guys out of the bags later. But they've all piled up, and I'm beginning to get the tank a little more rock-scaped. I've got 2 islands made now, and they have lots of places for fish and critters to go. There's a couple of emerald crabs in here now, unless the puffers ate those today, but they were here this morning. So there's Melon and his entourage. There's the rabbitfish and the porkfish, the spotted puffer, Melon, the dog-faced puffer. I don't see the little emerald puffer right now, but he's in there. And these guys are really tamed up too. They're, of course, alarmed by the bags floating above their head, but they've teamed up, so they're going to be larger fish too in just a few months. So, but they're big buddies. All right, guys, let me get these guys out of the bags and we'll look at those. Okay, Chromis is there, and really doesn't look that big, but I'm telling you, it's 2.5 times larger than any Chromis I have, and mine are large. Of course, the tank makes it look smaller as well. The rabbit fish, the yellow fish back there, and the pork fish, the one following along with the rabbit and the spotted puffer, are a little bit put off by the squirrel fish. And again, he doesn't look that big in here, but he really is a big fish. It is 5.5, if not 6 inches. And you see it's very friendly, very social. His fins have colored up quite a bit. They've only been in there about 5 minutes. And you can see from, okay, there goes Melon right above him. So you can see Melon's not a small fish. You can see how big the squirrel is. So I'll probably end up getting a couple more of the squirrels, smaller ones. And I'll definitely do some species profiles. Here comes these guys. One doesn't go anywhere without the other. So, yeah, as I was saying, I'll do like a short species spotlight on the Chromis there. I've actually never done one, and I have several of those different colors, varieties in my 40 breeder, and most of those, if not all, will be coming over here, especially since I have a big one here now. So now I think we have 6, 8 fish in here, and a couple of emerald crabs. The only concern I have is that the dog-faced puffer there, Melon, might feel threatened. He's not territorial at all, so I don't think that there's going to be any problem. He seems not to even see that fish. Yeah, I was starting to say I've been burning the light too bright in here, or too many hours, or whatever. But I'm trying to get my rocks some algae going on them, because I have a couple of lawnmower blennies and things that need algae to eat. So it looks like I'm very successful. See how dirty how algae ridden the insides of the tank are. So I'll have to get up on a stool and clean those off. And I do have some more rocks to go ahead and make some more arches and hideouts here. So I'm going to put an arch there and an arch there. And then I'm going to put another arch on top of those 2 arches. So it'll be like a 3-level. See how it looks. Get some xenia, some really nasty tasting corals, but attractive, some stuff that'll move in the current. Alright guys, we're coming up on 9 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. If you've stayed this long, I appreciate it. And we'll go out with Melon wanting his dinner. Thanks guys.